All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. This your brother Mabual from the Angels of Yahweh. This is Flood TV 144, man. I'm coming with another lesson called Forgiveness is Strength, right? Forgiveness is strength, right? The primary person who benefits from forgiveness is the person who forgives, because it frees you from the emotional burden from anger, resentment, and bitterness, right? So this is a tough attribute for a lot of our people, especially in the black and brown communities, right? We have a hard time in letting things go. Hey, it's stuck there. If somebody do something to me, I'm gonna hurt two other people, or I'm gonna escalate it, right? It's a lot of pride in our communities. We lack forgiveness in our communities, right? So let's go into the definition of the word forgive, right? According to the Oxford Dictionary, forgives mean stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, a flaw, or a mistake. That's what forgive mean, right? The opposite of forgiveness is grudge, right? What is the opposite of to forgive? Is to hold a grudge, right? So let's get the definition of the word grudge. According to the Oxford Dictionary, grudge means a persistent feeling of ill will or resentment resulting from a past insult or injury, right? So let's get some scholarship on how we deal with grudges, right? Let's get some scholarship on that. Let's go straight to the Bible, man. Let's go straight to the word, right? Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 18, right? This is Leviticus 19 and 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord, right? So this scripture, it sounds simple, but it's really deep, right? The first part of the scripture says, thou shalt not avenge, right? So we cannot take vengeance, right? Vengeance is the actions of retaliation. That's like, okay, when somebody do something to me, okay, I'm going to get them for that. I'm going to cause some physical harm, right? You cannot do that. The Bible forbids that, right? You cannot act on it. You cannot cause your brother physical harm. Then the scripture goes deeper. It gets spiritual, right? The second part says, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. So not only can you not act on it, you can't even be like, okay, bro, I ain't gonna do nothing to bro, but I hate that nigga. You can't do that. You can't have that. You can't have resentment and anger in one's heart, even if you don't take revenge, right? You can't be like, okay, I ain't did nothing to him, but I don't like that nigga. You can't do that. You cannot hold a grudge in your heart towards your brother, right? And this forgiveness is so important. People don't even know forgiveness is a salvational issue. You can be keeping all the commandments, and if you lack strength in forgiving your brother and sister, you can actually lose your salvation with God. I'm going to repeat that. You can be keeping all of the commandments of the Most High. If you lack the strength of forgiveness, you can lose your salvation with God. Forgiveness is a salvational issue, right? And we go prove that. That's a big statement. We go prove that. Let's get some scholarship on that, right? Let's get some scholarship on that. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 6 and 15, right? This is Matthew 6 and 15. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. I'm going to run that back. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses, right? So forgiveness is a salvational issue. If you have difficulty forgiving others, God ain't gonna forgive you. You can actually lose your salvation. You know what I'm saying? That's how important salvational is. Now, at Flood TV 144, we are not advocating practicing goofism. You don't let nobody run over you. We're not saying that. You know what I'm saying? At all. We do not endorse goofism, right? Or being a goofy, right? You don't have to forget. You can still have the Mayweather showed up just in case, just in case they do something. You know what I'm saying? We're not advocating stupidity. We're not advocating goofism. We're advocating forgiveness, because the primary person who benefits from forgiveness is the one who forgives, man. You're doing it for you, right? You don't want to have it on your heart, right? Because resentment and anger and bitterness create stress, right? And we all know the saying, stress kills. It's a silent killer, right? So the final message from your brother Marble Wall is, without forgiveness, it creates an endless cycle of retaliation and resentment. And we don't need that in the black and brown communities. If we had the attribute of forgiveness in the black and brown communities, we'd be in a better place, right? So I end the message with all praises and glory go to the Most High.